Welcome in to the OKS Youth Ministry Podcast, where three of the OKS Youth Ministers talk about youth ministry. I'm Michael Deese, and I am joined by Jeremy Crow and Hunter Puckett.
I don't know if y'all have ever had your headphones off, but I had mine off when we first started this episode. I've never realized how loud we talk.
It's so loud.
Oh, yeah.
It is so loud.
I love
crazy.
being loud.
Your secretary has to hate us if they can hear us from here.
I can't help it. I don't know that I'm being loud.
It's real loud.
I just am.
I thought it was just in the headphones, but it's not.
No, it's loud.
It's pretty loud.
It carries.
But you know what we're talking about this week? It's a special week. It's a holiday.
special week.
Oh, play our music for this theme.
Okay.
Do we have Thanksgiving
Yeah,
music?
we do. Yeah, it's that Y button on the bottom
No,
right.
yeah. No. Go back.
I think it's right
The white button, yeah.
there.
I've got a bomb strapped to my chest!
Well done.
That's the one.
Oftentimes, people sometimes skip over this holiday. And I feel like it's not fair. They go to Christmas. As soon as Halloween's done, they go straight to
that's our
Christmas.
Halloween
And then they celebrate Thanksgiving for one day, and then it's back to Christmas. And that's okay. But we want you to be able to be thankful in this time. So for today, we're talking about things that we are thankful for in our youth ministries.
Yeah, man.
I thought you were going to hit a noise button.
Beep.
Boop. So that's it. So Jeremy, what are you thankful for?
Oh, that's good.
Oh, we should have had notes. What are you thankful for?
Well, I want to further say just one more thing here. My son is someone who is deeply offended by the lack of celebration of Thanksgiving.
Is he?
Lincoln,
Me too.
Lincoln's the man.
Lincoln is very bothered by it.
I am too.
He gets frustrated when Walmart starts putting out the Christmas decor for sale
Before Halloween?
Yes. He now. Let me tell you something I don't get upset about. When they put those Christmas tree cakes out in mid-October, ain't nobody upset about that. Ain't nobody upset about that.
Not one
Or
person.
the leftover Halloween candy that's
nobody upset
50%
about
off at
that.
Walmart.
So I've got a question about the Halloween candy. Why do they do that?
Nobody's upset.
Well, what do you mean? Like sell it for 50%
Yeah,
off?
why do they do
Because
that?
it's not Halloween anymore.
It's
the day
Halloween
after.
But
themed.
still.
It's Halloween themed.
Why theme the candy as Halloween themed? That's the
Because people
question.
buy
Because they
it.
can mark it up,
Yeah.
people will buy it, and then they can sell it for half price.
I mean, they're making that bag for probably 10 cents a bag. And they're selling it for $3. They don't care.
And then they'll get half price at $1.50 a bag, still make
Still make
$1.40
money.
a bag.
That's true.
But-
Y'all are smarter than me.
For those that had listened to last week's episode for M2Y, we had a booth there, of course.
Sure.
And one of those.
No, we didn't have a sponsored booth.
No, but we had a regular booth.
Right,
But we
like,
also had
normal.
bowls of candy there. And that was from the 50% off section at the local Walmart.
Amen.
Yeah.
And let's just real quick before we talk about what we're thankful for. What candy was really the hit?
All the gummy candies.
Yeah,
The
gummy Skittles.
Yeah,
was that it?
Skittles
They were
gummies.
incredible.
The Skittles
the
gummies are
Lifesavers gummies. Like all the gummies were gone fairly quick. The little,
The mints,
the mints are really good.
Lifesaver mints.
But then like all the chocolates were still there.
great. Yeah.
I put the rest of the candy in the teen room last Wednesday, and it wasn't there this past Sunday.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
It was gone.
Okay, so your candy makes me think of something I'm thankful for. I want to say I am thankful for the unsung heroes in our churches. I'll give an example. The candy man at Coleman is Roy Bell. Roy has this jacket that is like the pockets are the most stretched out, like worn out looking jacket, suit coat you've ever seen. But it's because he carries pounds upon pounds of candy in that jacket every week. And on one side, he's got Lifesaver mints. On the other side, he's got Jolly Ranchers. And he gives people, what they like. Like he would know that you like the mints, but you like the Jolly Ranchers. And not just would he know which Jolly Rancher or that you like those, he knows whether you like grape or strawberry or lemon or whatever.
Right.
And like for 450 people, like
That's awesome.
It's incredible.
What's really cool
He
is
doesn't ask you. He knows. He meets me in the hall with a mint because he knows.
I grew up at Coleman Church of Christ or East Coleman before it was Coleman.
Yeah.
And there was a guy there, and I don't know his name.
Is it the same guy?
It's not the same guy because I knew Roy Bell. I knew him very well. And
cool.
he did the same thing.
Yeah.
And so it's really cool to see. When you said Roy Bell is the candy guy, I was like, really? That's cool. You know,
He kind of passed the torch.
He literally, that's what it seems like. Because that's the same thing. When I was a kid, I would go over there. We'd meet him in the front left of the auditorium.
Yep.
Everybody would run over there. We would all talk with him, and he would give us candy. And he knew who liked what and would pass it out. That's really cool.
He knows your name. He speaks to you like he genuinely cares about you and knows what candy to give you, right?
Yeah.
And but the thing about Roy, and I say just Roy, but we've got these people at all of our congregations. Roy not only is doing this, but he comes up there during like the summer. He'll come up at different times and he'll pressure wash a sidewalk, or almost every Sunday during the fall, he has a leaf blower in the church in a closet. And he's like, nobody's paying him to do this. He's not like the deacon over leaf blowing. He stores his leaf blower there, and every Sunday morning, about an hour before worship or before everybody's getting there for class, he comes and blows off the sidewalks, cleans up the parking lot, all the entryways, blows the leaves out. Like little things like that no one ever sees. He does a lot of communion prep on Saturday nights. Like if someone can't do communion prep that week, Roy is the guy, right? Those kind of little things. I'm thankful for the people that do the little behind the scene things in our churches that no one ever knows or really appreciates. I'm thankful for those.
But it's definitely noticed when it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When that person's out of town or something, it's like, oh wait, who's doing this?
Who's in charge of that again? And it's like, oh wait, no, that was
That was Roy. Yeah.
Well, I am thankful for, and these people also fit right in with what you're talking about, but the church secretaries.
Yes.
Without them, I'm not sure that our churches would function.
They wouldn't. They don't. The weeks that they go away.
Function.
Yeah. They do so much that nobody ever hears about or knows about, and they need to be commended and appreciated. They do so much, and I'm thankful for having we have 2 secretaries, and I'm just thankful that we have 2 good secretaries. It's awesome. I really, really enjoy it, and they're great. So.
Well, and Michael, not to say anything specific about anybody, but like we've worked in scenarios where you had a secretary that wasn't easy to work with, and it's so appreciated when you have someone that works so smoothly with the staff, and so
Well, when I first started at Flint, we did not have a secretary. It was myself and Chris, and
you were Chris's secretary.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't even say that. Yeah, still is. I wouldn't even say that. But we had to do everything, and it was so busy.
Yeah,
doing the ministry stuff, doing the secretary stuff. I mean, like we would print bulletins on Sunday mornings, and we would have to fold them, and like we're trying to race the copier to see if we can fold faster than it can print, because Chris is competitive.
Oh yeah,
but we would do all those things, and now like we just get to be
don't
ministers.
have a copier that folds.
No, we do now.
Okay.
Yeah, now that we have a secretary, it folds. But this was years ago, so I don't even know if that was a thing back then. But now we just get to be ministers, and that's the cool part about it is we can trust her to do whatever is needed on that side, and we can just minister to the congregation.
Well, Hunter, what's something that you're thankful for?
What I am thankful for, this is going to sound super cliche. I'm thankful for the entire congregation as a whole at Flint. I mentioned this maybe off air, maybe in the last episode, but we have we go to a handful of conferences every year with other youth ministers, and I always hear the bad things that are happening in those churches, or maybe the elders aren't treating them well, or the deacons aren't doing what they're supposed to, or people are being so judgy, or whatever it might be. And I'm so thankful for how green my grass is at Flint. That our congregation is fantastic, our elders are fantastic, our deacons are fantastic. Working with Chris is a dream. He's a fantastic mentor. It's just there's so much to be thankful for, and as a whole, I'm thankful for the entire congregation.
Yeah, I feel that way here as well. Mm-hmm. I am. I've never had a meeting where I was asked to do a budget and stuff, and they were like, "Hey, we need to talk about the budget," and it went very positively and incredible. I've never had.
It's usually a negative.
It's usually like, well, we can't do this, and we're not going to be able to.
Slashed.
We're cutting you.
And I don't want to give all the details or anything, but it went really well, and it was a lot of fun, and it's really cool to have elders that, we're getting ready to pay off our building. The Hard Soil Church of Christ building is about to be paid off.
That's awesome.
And our elders are they got up in the auditorium yesterday. One of them did, and he was talking about it. he started like getting emotional about like how proud he is of the church and how we're going to be able to do these great things. That's just awesome to know that our elders care and that they love this church and they love the people here.
Well, and it's not about saying we paid off a building. It's about what can we now do in ministry because we're not burdened by this debt.
That's 100% the whole purpose behind the emotions that went along with that.
It frees you to do ministry.
Yeah, I've just been overwhelmed with love and stuff here, and I love this church. It's
Michael won't say specifics, but I'm going to say just any listeners at Hartselle, your eldership is making decisions to pour not just financing, but also support and encouragement into ministry to youth and children, and it's awesome. Yeah, they're really they have been for the last few years taking a big intentional step towards ministry to teenagers and to children, which is really cool to see.
And I'm very thankful and blessed by the church here. It's awesome.
Well, and it makes it so easy to work for a congregation that has elders that see the vision that you have as well. Yep. And that trust you to do your thing. They hired us, all three of us, our elders hired us to be youth ministers. And for them to trust us to be those youth ministers just means the world. Yeah. That they're not trying to micromanage. They're not trying, all the mean or the bad things that we hear, the horror stories of all these other youth ministers and these bad experiences. I think we're all three in places right now that, our elders support us and they believe in us and they hired us for a reason and they know that reason.
Yeah.
So I'm going to throw two more things out there that I am thankful for, and I want to see, what experience you are having with these kind of things at your places. But number one, I am thankful for student leaders. And what I mean by that is kids who, we've talked about this before. We see this moment, and the thing we love about ministry is when you see it click, that they get it. Like they understand that this is more than just going to church once or twice a week. This is more than just fun activities, but like the spiritual significance of what it means and how it matters when I live out my faith actively and my discipleship to Jesus amongst my friends, my peers, my family. And so having students who are actively doing that in meaningful ways, it makes our job not just easy, but fun, to see that kind of blessing happening in your group. Are y'all having some of that this year? You have some student leaders right now that are kind of leading the way right now for your group?
I've had some full circle moments this year. They sit through our classes, they sit through, our discussions, our devos, everything. And then it's cool getting to see them go out and do the things that you've been telling them to do or teaching them to do.
Maybe better than we do sometimes.
Yeah, a lot better. And their reach is a lot better. Yeah. But like right now, off the top of my head, our tennis team right now, they're having Bible studies every Monday after practice right now based on them. And like all the rest of the kids are asking about baptism. They're asking about church. They're getting involved. Our preacher's the head tennis coach. So like he's able to get involved as well. And they've had one baptized so far and they're studying with a handful more. And it means more.
Chris was fired up about that. Man. By the way. I talked to him and he was so excited. Not because, he's excited when anybody gets baptized, but the way he talked about it was, he said, it's not because of the work that I've done, but because of the work that our students are doing in their places they find themselves. It was really cool.
Yeah. I have this really cool, I think I might have told Jeremy about this on the phone the other night, but this is a really
we
really
talk
cool
sometimes
thing.
off air, Hunter. I know you and I don't, but me and Michael, we talk.
Something that I wanted that I have seen this is really cool is just a couple years ago, we had one of our students invited one of her friends who at the time was agnostic, atheist, and she became a Christian after going to church for about a year. And then she started bringing her sister, and her sister became a Christian this year, just maybe a month and a half ago. And we had a big devotional last night. We had 63 people at somebody's house. It was incredible. And we did.
Was it a house that could accommodate that kind of size?
Absolutely not.
That's awesome.
Not at all.
I love that more.
There aren't many houses that can accommodate 63 people either.
We were tripping over each other, bumping into each other, knocking things over. That was
maybe that one place,
and they were probably loving it.
They loved it.
The family that hosted was probably loving that.
Yeah. And we're about to leave. We're pulling out, and I knew that this girl was there. The girl that was the sister of the girl that came and became a Christian, and she was there, and she was going to go on the Devo, and she was asking if she could ride the bus, and I was like, yeah, absolutely. We're going to leave at this time, and we started to pull out, and there was this little kid came running up, And I was like, all right, are you wanting to go? And he was like, yeah. He said, but I'm in 5th grade. I'm not really supposed to go, but my sister's going. And I was like, who's your sister? And he told me. And I was like,
dude, get in here.
Come on.
are you? And it just kind of hit me. This is the brother of this girl. So now, because one of our students stepped out of her comfort zone and invited one of her best friends, who she was scared would quit talking to her because she invited her friend came to church with us, came to Bible classes and stuff, didn't miss a Sunday from that point until now. Mm-hmm. Then she invited her sister. Her sister became a Christian, and now her sister is bringing her brother.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Is that not just incredible? Like, I mean, just because one kid decided, I'm gonna get out of my comfort zone, I'm gonna invite my friend, and we have so many of those. Another one of my students, she was at work and she said, "Yeah, I go to church. This is where I go to church," and she was talking about how much she loves her church and her church family, and then the girl was like, "Oh, that's where I go to church." And we were like, what? And she said, yeah. She said, we just don't really go very often, but, that's where we say that we, And so she was like, well, you need to start coming more often. And and so they got to be friends. And now, since that conversation, her mom and dad have been coming.
Oh, that's awesome.
And now those two, they're a brother and sister, and they've been coming. They came to the Devo last night. They're coming to EYC. And now they're plugged in and they're ready to go.
That's right.
And so, and it's just because one of our girls was just like, I got to tell you about my church. Yeah. And then, and so I'm thankful for, like what Jeremy said, just the leadership things that are going on. And it has, I didn't do any of this, right? I mean, this was just, I told my kids, here's, and they have gone out and they have invited and they have encouraged, and we're seeing some huge growth and huge, things.
I think this draws us back to, thinking about when Paul talks about, that I did this part, and Paul, but God gave increase. I think we sometimes underestimate what impact just the little things that we're doing in our ministry. It may have nothing to do with a class we teach or a series that we're doing. It may just be something that we said in the conversation with one of our students over lunch, right? That impacted them in some way, and they started taking it serious. And once they do, man, like Hunter said, they have more realm of influence than we ever will with their friend group. I would love that we could impact all their friends to Christ, but the reality is they're going to have way more impact than we ever will.
Yeah.
Well, they see more people every single day.
That's right.
I mean, they're at school every single day in a wide open mission field. And not only that, our kids are hungry for the word.
They are.
They want to learn.
Really
they want to be pushed. They want to do. They're tired of all these. And no offense to those that teach, they're tired of the baby Bible classes.
That's right.
They want more. They want the meat of it. And I mean, that's just what they're looking for. And not only that, I think we're starting to see like a cultural shift of like just more kids want to know more about God.
Yep.
Yeah. And that's why I explained to our kids, like, listen, like your friends at school want to know more. They're asking questions. Take advantage of it.
Yeah.
And for the tennis team, that's exactly what they're doing. They're taking advantage of being able to tell people how great their God is.
That's right. Last thing I'll say is, and this one's nowhere nearly as moving as that one was. That was a cool conversation we just had, but I'm really thankful for the people that do the media stuff at our church. Like the people who manage every week prepping worship slides or making sure if there's a video that we're going to show during sermon, or if there's something, I like that stuff. You don't realize how much that stuff matters until it messes up, right?
Yeah.
Until something doesn't work, or until someone forgot to do something, or if you're the song leader, until they don't click the next slide and you're like, oh, what's the lyrics? But these are some of these.
Draw it out until it pops up.
I'll tell you.
These are some of the unsung people in our churches.
The absolute worst sermon I ever preached was because somebody couldn't get the PowerPoint to work. And I was so,
it gets you frazzled.
I was so frazzled. And you know how much I hate using the word frazzled.
Frazzled.
I was so frazzled. And
you do hate the word
frazzled. I could
frazzled.
not do it.
I didn't know that, but I do now.
This is a side story. When I was at Freed, there was a preacher that came and had tried out at I don't remember the congregation. It was one of those that was a little bit farther away from Freed, and the power went out that day. And the only reason he was able to continue preaching was because he like saved his sermon, and it wasn't just on a PowerPoint. So ever since then, I've tried not to rely on a PowerPoint. Like if it doesn't pop up, like it's okay because I still have notes or something to go off of.
Right.
Yeah.
But because of that. But actually, last night, I don't know when we're releasing this. I guess 2 Sunday nights ago, we had our 3rd Sunday night singing night. And the little kids always sing before everybody else. I don't know if that's how y'all do it or not.
Yeah.
But Chris looked at me and said, "Hey, go back in the booth and just pull the PowerPoint up and just do it." And nobody else was back there.
We're doing it live.
And I want y'all to understand,
It's hard to do.
I've never done this.
Yeah.
They don't let me back there. I don't know if it's because
For
I'm not
good
tech
reason.
savvy, and it probably is for a really good reason. But I got back there. There's 3 computer screens, 2 keyboards, 8 mice.
Chris
And I'm
said, "Just go pull it up."
I'm I don't know what I'm doing. So I ran and found somebody, and they knew how to do it. I was I have no idea what's going on. But
Yeah.
no, 100%. The tech people, they do a great job, and it gets frustrating as a song leader when people do mess up on your slides until you go back there and see everything that they're doing and realize, oh, it's. I'm glad they're not messing up more.
Yeah. Okay, to close us out, we've got to do it. Okay, we've got to. I know we don't want to, but we've got to.
Okay, I'll do it.
Okay.
M2Y, if you could sponsor our vendor booth for next year, we'd love to be there again, but it's going to be tight financially. And we wouldn't mind if you would offer a sponsorship. I did it.
I didn't think that's where we were going.
Wait, what were you going to do? That's what we were all thinking.
What I was going to say is, I'm thankful for my preacher.
Oh, what a cop out.
Man, I'll tell you though, I really am.
I am too.
Chris is amazing and a great mentor, and he's been there by my side ever since I first started, and he's been very supportive. He's been very calming at times.
Yeah.
And he's really helped out a lot in my ministry.
We're all in a very unique position.
Yeah.
Where we get to work with some awesome people.
Yeah.
And that's not always the case.
No, it's not.
It's really not. And I'm thankful for Justin. He does such a great job. And I mean, he is right now he is swamped. He's got a new little baby. He's got just all these things that are going on. His daughter's had to go to the hospital a few times. And there's just all kinds of stuff.
I follow y'all on Facebook. I've been
And,
keeping up with that.
And he still is just bringing it.
Oh, he was in here this morning.
Preaching and doing an incredible job. And I am so very thankful for him, for the work that he puts in. You see the passion, the love, and everything every single day when you see him.
Yeah.
This is something that he is passionate about. He is really, truly all in. And he cares about the church here. He cares about me and my family. And it's evident every time you see him, every time you talk to him. And so I'm very thankful that I get to work with Justin.
And it's really cool from my perspective, from being at Flint and watching him come in as the youth minister and then taking over the role as the preacher, and kind of just seeing that growth in him as well.
Yeah.
It's been really neat. But yeah, man, listen, Chris isn't the oldest. He's not the youngest either. It would be really neat to have someone that's also close to my age as a minister as well.
Yeah.
That'd be a whole different perspective.
Yeah.
But I'm very thankful for Chris and what he does.
I will go ahead and say, Steve doesn't listen to the podcast, so I'm very thankful for Justin and Chris too. No, Steve's the man. He does a great job.
I'm thankful for Steve.
By the way, if you get a minute, go listen to his sermon. I don't know when we're actually airing this, but go listen to Steve's sermon from Coleman Church of Christ on Sunday, November 16th. It's incredible. Probably about 35 minutes, maybe 40 minutes, but really, really good. One of the best he's done since he's been here. It was great yesterday. We had some really thoughtful responses from people to him. We had some response at the invitation. Really, really good. But I will say I'm thankful for Steve and a lot of things he does. I do intend to beat him in golf in 2026.
That's not going to happen.
At some point.
That's not going to happen.
He's so good.
That's not
Is
gonna
he?
happen.
Yes.
You need your scramble partner to come out there?
I do need my scramble partner. Hey, but Patrick Caffey is better. Patrick's stupid good at golf.
Than your scramble partner?
It's obnoxious
better
how
than-
good Patrick is at golf.
Well, there's
Patrick's
not.
better than Steve?
Patrick's.
Yeah, there's not many things that Patrick's not good at.
I think
though.
that
That's
okay. Patrick listens to this, and I'm just going to say this. I think that 2 Steves could be on a scramble team and not beat a single Patrick by himself.
Ooh,
So could me and Patrick scramble against Steve?
Yeah, Patrick would beat Steve by himself.
No. I just want to be on the team.
Yeah, no, he's very good.
I just want to win.
It's annoying. He doesn't miss hit, and then as good as he is, Dawson Faust is better.
Dawson?
Dawson's incredible.
That's my guy.
He's incredible.
I like Dawson.
It's disgusting.
Shout out Dawson. He won
doesn't
an
miss.
award a while back, too.
He doesn't miss. He doesn't
Hey,
miss.
by the way, there was one time I went to an Auburn game, and this was years ago, lots of years ago. Dawson was probably in 8th grade when this happened. And we saw each other from like way across the place. And they were about to do the Tiger Walk, and Auburn was about to like come out into the.
That's awesome.
And he ran across it, and
the fences,
and spent the Tiger Walk with me and my buddies. And
That's cool.
Tammy was over there like, where is he at? And I like finally got her, like I waved her down. She was like, oh, okay, he's with you. But yeah, it was awesome. It was so much fun.
Oh, okay, he's with
So-
you.
He was probably 13 or 14 when that.
When do we expect this episode to air? Is it going to air next Wednesday?
The Wednesday before Thanksgiving.
Before the Iron Bowl. Can we put in predictions for the Iron Bowl right quick?
We need to.
Because this is going to be airing 3 days pre-Iron Bowl.
I'm trying to think of which elders listen to this.
Here it goes. Here it goes. Here it goes. Y'all ready? This is my prediction.
I'm nervous.
21-6. Auburn wins.
6?
21-6.
Their defense is good, but it's not
Auburn
that good.
wins. Auburn held Oklahoma to 13. Oklahoma just put up a billion against Alabama.
A 23, but that's kind of
It
the
might
same.
as well be. But it doesn't matter because Georgia can't beat Alabama. So
That's true.
21-6.
21-6 Auburn. So you're saying Auburn for sure takes the win, ruins Alabama's season.
I think Oklahoma already ruined Alabama.
Yes. Does Alabama make the playoff if they lose to Auburn at
No.
Jordan Hare?
Alabama makes the playoff no matter what because there's too much money to be made.
yeah, it's true.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
All right.
I'm going to say Auburn wins, just because I'm a Georgia fan. Sorry.
There's black magic in that stadium.
Listen, yeah. I don't think it's going to be 6 though. I think it's going to be 28. That's tough. 28-21.
28-21. I'm going to go.
If you think Auburn can score that much,
Hey,
No, it's going to be a crazy game. It's going to be a crazy game.
I'm gonna
Maybe
go-
it kicks 6. I don't know.
Alabama wins. They're down. I'm going to say Alabama scores in the last 2 minutes, somewhere in the last 2 minutes, and takes the lead
Typical Alabama fashion.
28-24. They're going to be down 24-21. They're going to take the lead 28-24. Auburn's going to make a drive, but not be able to get to the end zone to win it.
See, all right, here's my real
Alabama
prediction.
28-24.
That's what I want as a Georgia fan. My real prediction, like 49-7 Alabama, to be
Really?
honest.
I think Auburn's going to give them
I don't
a
think
game.
Alabama scores a touchdown.
In all seriousness, I think Auburn has been in every game this season, and it just hasn't worked out.
Yeah, especially that Georgia game.
Every big team they've played, they have been in the game really well and then lost it. They've had a bad season, but it's not because they've played bad. Defense has been really, really good.
Yeah, our defense is unbelievable. There's only 3 teams who, the 3 teams that have had the fewest points scored against them is Ohio State, Auburn, and
Was Oklahoma one? Their defense was very good Saturday.
I don't think it was Oklahoma. Who was it? I can't remember, but they were all tied for the least amount of points scored. And it was like Ohio State's like whatever, 10-0. And Auburn was like 3 wins, 2 wins. Yeah.
So locking it in, Michael says 21-6 Auburn.
I'm going to change that. I'm going to change
touchdown,
that.
No
I'm going to
touchdown
change that.
from Alabama.
13-6. I don't think Auburn scores that much.
Okay, 13-6. 13-6 Auburn. Coming in, locking in 49-7. Is that what you said?
No, that's realistically. But what I want to happen, maybe I don't go as high either. I'm going to go 21-14.
21-14
Auburn.
Go both pulling. I'm gonna throw out Alabama, and it's gonna be a higher score than we realized. 28-24.
But I want y'all to realize, I'm very anti-Alabama.
Sure.
Just living in Alabama, being a Georgia fan.
So is everyone besides Alabama fans.
The amount of roll tides that I got after Georgia lost to Alabama was absurd. I wasn't going to bark at anybody on Sunday. I had no intentions on doing that.
But a part of you wanted to?
No.
If we
Have
won,
you ever barked at anybody?
No.
Shoot me straight.
No, that's weird.
I wish you would.
I can't do that.
Georgia fans are weird.
Yeah, Georgia fans are. I don't know. There's obnoxious fans everywhere.
That's a dog.
You have barked at people before driving down the road.
I have. Yeah, I have done that.
That was fun. All right. Well, hope your ministry's blessed.
What an ending. 2 for 2.
Thanks.
We didn't even hit it yet.
Thanks for joining us today in the important conversation of youth ministry. Go and follow us on Instagram and check out oksyouthministry.com for more information about our upcoming episodes. We'll be dropping a new episode every Wednesday morning, and we look forward to talking with you again next week. And hey, it's okay to be the OKS youth minister around, but let's all strive to be just a little bit better.